Hey there guys, I am back with this Game 2 of the Best of 3 series in the BlizzCon Winners Bracket Finals for 2011. This game is Game 2 between Naniwa and NesTea. NesTea took the first game and is now 1-0 in the series. As you can probably tell, my voice is feeling a lot better, drinking lots of hot tea, and so I should be able to get a little bit more excited in this game. Alright, let's go. And what I'm now going to call Carolina Blue, being that I am from North Carolina, is one of the best players in the world, 3-time GSL champion, Incredible Miracles NesTea. And in the green, spawning as Protoss, we have one of the multitude of players from Sweden. We have Complexity's Naniwa. Now Naniwa did make some serious micro mistakes last game, and it definitely looked like NesTea was the better player. It'll be interesting to see whether Naniwa can recover from those mistakes last game and have a much better game this time around. It looks like he is actually going to go for another Forge Fast Expand. On this map, unlike Curse, you can't actually, well, you can get a full wall if it's just a very expensive full wall off. But what you want to do here is you're going to make a forge here, you're going to throw a cannon like right behind it, you're going to put a gateway, and then you're going to put your cyber core right up on this nexus right here. That's going to create, Zerglings are going to have to come all the way around here to get in, and it is going to create a fairly good choke point. It looks like NesTea this time is actually going to not go for the 11 Urpool, he's just going to go for a 15 hatch, a much more economical build, and one that is used much more commonly actually. NesTea last time did go for when he saw that Forge Fast Expand, he did go ahead and go for a quick third base. The issue here is on Shattered Temple, you get these rocks here, and then these rocks on the gold. So you are going to have to knock down rocks before you take a third base. It shouldn't be too much of an issue, but it is going to stop those 5-minute third bases going up that Zergs like to do on these fast expands. Forge now finishing up for Naniwa. He did go Forge first this time. He's actually going to even go Forge Cannon first. I believe he probably watched that replay, saw that NesTea could have done some serious early harass, and wants no part of it this time. There's also, the choke here is also much wider, so he might be fearing a little bit more of the attack. And NesTea actually, I think he waited till 17 to throw down that spawning pool. That is bold. That is very, very bold. Making a lot of drones. Gonna have a nice, healthy economy going. Let's see. Did he scout yet? He has not scouted, so he does not know quite where Naniwa is yet. Naniwa did not get there in time to block the nexus, but he is doing some pylon shenanigans. He's trying to distract NesTea, keep some drones from mining. Let's see what he does there. What a lot of Protoss players do is they actually will fake cannon pressure to try to freak the Zerg out, because that forge is up too. So if you could actually just go ahead and do it, throw some cannons down. I mean, why not? Naniwa is messing around down here, or up here rather, a little bit too much. He does have the minerals to take that nexus, and there goes the cannon. And okay, so he actually canceled the cannon before in order to. Ooh, will he actually put a cannon down in here and harass this natural of NesTea? It looks like he's gonna let it finish. No, he cancels him at the last second. He was just faking. Those spine crawlers from NesTea will be canceled. Well, that was a pretty quick thinking move there by NesTea, though, making those spine crawlers in case there were cannons. Spine crawlers, I do believe they outrange cannons. I know they outrange bunkers. It looks like what Naniwa, pardon me, is going to do is go ahead and use the cannon as part of this wall, which that's pretty smart. Pylon here, cannon here, gateway here. What that actually creates now is not just a choke here, but actually a choke here. This now becomes the only way into the main base of Naniwa. Very, very smart move there. And here you go, NesTea actually does know the Forge Fast Expand is there, and he is immediately going to start knocking down rocks with those first Zerglings. So, and he's actually going to bring the Queen over as well. Very smart. Just go ahead and get that larva inject and then pop over to the rocks. Do as much damage as you can. We'll have to see. We'll have to see this time if Naniwa tries something besides a one-gate robo. Maybe throwing down a Stargate. Here comes the Cybernetics Core in front of the cannon. Okay, so the cannon now does have a little bit of a buffer. Let's see. How many workers are they up to? NesTea is slightly ahead in workers right now. NesTea is pretty much always ahead in workers, to be perfectly honest, because he is such an economic player. Naniwa, however, does have both gases up. While NesTea has no gas because he is trying to get enough minerals to be able to go ahead and take that quick third. Those rocks, 3 armor rocks, that takes a while to get down. He is making, I believe he's making 3 queens here, and okay. So 3 queens, that's good. That's right around the amount of queens that you want this early in the game. He has not connected his main to his natural yet, which could get interesting. Now, okay, here comes Cybernetics Core is up. Let's see, is he going to go more gateways? Is he going to go Stargate? Is he going to go Robo? Naniwa has so many tech path options. He did get his gases really early, so we'll see what kind of shenanigans he can come up with. Isn't his 3rd gas even coming up? Let's see how fast he populates that gas. Ooh, and he's even getting his 4th gas up. This is Stargate. This has to be Stargate. Heavy Stargate, maybe even 2 or 3 Stargates. And actually, yeah, there you go, they were already up. Now I just look like an idiot because I didn't see him go up. 2 Stargates coming up. Will we see... I believe, if I remember correctly, I saw Hongin, it might have been Hongin, do a 4 or 6 Void Rays as part of a 6-gate rush, which was very, very powerful. And it'd be interesting to see what Naniwa does with these, if he is going to just go heavy Void Ray, or what most players do now is get 1 or 2 Void Rays and then start Phoenixes. Because Phoenixes are very, very good against Queens, because they can just pick them up and there's nothing the Zerg player can do about it. How many Queens does he have out? He has 3 Queens out right now, with 2 more in production, so it makes me wonder, did NesTea spot it? Did I miss him looking at it? Oh, he did see part of the Stargate. I am still very new to observing, so I am missing a lot of things. I apologize. So he's actually going to mass produce lots and lots and lots of queens coming out here. Gonna be able to hold off, potentially hold off these Void Rays very, very nicely. And here we go, the two Void Rays are out. He is making a 3rd Void Ray and actually a 4th Void Ray. So he's going 4 Void Rays. It'll be interesting to see if he does go ahead up to 6 or 5, or if he's just going to go ahead and make Phoenixes after that. NesTea leaving out this little sacrificial scouting Zergling. See when it comes out, and 1 Zergling on Watchtower. NesTea does have fairly good vision of the map now, good map control. He's about to lose it though with those Void Rays. What those Void Rays can do too is if their attacks doesn't work, they can just sit right out here, deny all creep spread. I did miss, here we go, NesTea's 3rd about to pop up. He did eventually knock down those rocks after about 15 minutes of hitting them. Obviously not 15 minutes because the game's only 9 minutes in, but hey, you know what I mean. Roachhorn is up now for NesTea, and Spore Crawler's starting to come up, putting them everywhere he can. He knows there are Void Rays incoming, and Void Rays can ruin a Zerg's day. How many queens does he have out now? He has 6 queens out with 2 more on the way. And Naniwa did switch to Phoenixes, so he will be able to pick those queens up. It just depends how many queens does NesTea get. Is a critical mass, and here he is. He is just now starting to connect the creep, and he is going to regret not having that creep connected now. Those queens are going to be very, very, very slow. NesTea sees these 4 Void Rays, might have been expecting 2. He's just kind of... He does have a lot of queens, though. Let's see what will happen with these Void Rays. Very low, or getting into the orange. Ooh, those queens are so slow off creep. Taking some pot shots at the shields of that Void Ray. Only 2 Void Rays took any hull damage, so still looking very, very strong now with 3 Phoenixes there. 4th one popping out now, or 5th one rather. 4th one is right there. Those Phoenixes actually, depending on how many he gets, he could just be able to pick up all these queens and just fire away. A lot of those Phoenixes will help too, is they'll be able to kill that picked up the raised queen as well. Putting a proxy pylon right there. Does have a lot of gateways starting to come up, so we could be seeing a gateway timing push behind this, while NesTea is a little scrapped for army. It is looking like he's going to counterattack with some Ling Roach. Naniwa does see it coming, and could send the Void Rays back to deal with it. It'll be interesting how he handles this. Roaches are not fast. Does go ahead and pick up those 3 roaches, snipe them off. Not letting NesTea do anything right now. That Overlord just sitting there. He does see the gateways though, so that's exactly what he sees. So he sees 4 of the gateways with the 5th down in the natural. So it could be very, very interesting. He does see though, because you can actually see in the Stargates what is being produced. So we does see a lot more Phoenixes coming out. NesTea could be in a lot of trouble here. He picks up that queen, and the Phoenixes are going to pick it off. And there's the group of queens that he needs. He is starting to get a Spire too. Spire about halfway done. Mutalisk would help a lot in this. He's throwing down a bunch of Spore Crawlers. That one's going to go down before he can get even 2 shots off. This Spore Crawler is up. Spore Crawlers are taking shots off at the Void Rays. Lots and lots of queens here, but Naniwa could just ignore him, but no, he is going to go and he's going to pick up a lot of queens. He's going to go ahead and pick up 2 queens. Phoenix is taking out the ones in the air. Void Ray's taking out the ones in the air as well. Could be shooting the ones on the ground if he wanted to. He's just sitting in range of that Spore Crawler. Doesn't even care. Well microed, doing a lot of good micro as opposed to the last game. Not letting any hull damage being taken on his Void Rays. Oh, and while the Spore Crawler's burrowing, he's going to shoot it. He is going to try to take it down. He does get a transfuse off from NesTea, but it is eventually going to go down when it gets about 2 shots off. Queens in the air. They're going to get shot down by those Phoenixes. And NesTea could be in a lot of trouble here. Picking up queens everywhere. NesTea making 3 queens right now, but he is down to 4. Spore Crawler could go down right now. Naniwa looking very, very good. Looks like he could take game 2 and make the series go to over match of game 3. 3 queens down here for NesTea. Not really doing much. Just knows he can't really walk up there. Needs to stay by his Spore Crawlers. That queen is going to go down. Bye queen. NesTea is trying to make 3 queens at a time. Desperately trying to make queens. 11 Corruptors about to pop out as well. About halfway away from popping out. We'll see if they can do anything against these Void Rays and these Phoenixes. Those Void Rays actually starting to get pretty low on health, so depending on how this gets microed, NesTea could have a shot. And oh, those queens are just going to get picked up and shot down by those Phoenixes. Corruptor's coming over to see if they can help. And his main hatch did go down, and that 1 Corruptor will go down as well. Starting to pick off drones. There's 5 Corruptors doing what they can, trying to shoot at these Phoenixes. Queens getting picked off right and left. Here comes 4 more Corruptors. There are now 10 Corruptors here, trying to fend off these Void Rays and Phoenixes from Naniwa. Naniwa, ooh, looks like he's just going to go ahead and, oh, he warped in a whole, oh, I completely missed this, and I apologize. He warped in a whole bunch of units at that proxy pylon, and now he's just making a gateway push in. NesTea does not have a lot to hold this off. He, in fact, has now a whole bunch of Corruptors that'll be completely useless against that ground army. They're doing nothing. Took out those Void Rays, I believe. There's still 1 Void Ray left on the map, but took out some Void Rays, and now they're just sitting there watching, spectators in this, as this army comes down eventually from here. And NesTea not looking good right now. Extremely oversaturated at his natural expansion. Overlord's all grouped up, forced into a corner. Force fields, oh, he force fields off the Lings. Corruptor's shooting at the Phoenixes, but not doing much else. Naniwa just posturing his army. Ooh, hold position actually on those Zealots so that nothing can get close to them. Very, very cute micro here by Naniwa. Even force field some more. There is a slight gap in that force field wall. And here comes the pull of everything by NesTea. And there's a huge warp in. And I think Naniwa might have his Zealots are in the front. Perfect positioning. Beautiful, beautiful game here by Naniwa. Back at his base, he is cannoned up, he is protected. He has a good amount of probes. He has now 6, 7 gates, I believe. Just absolutely punishing NesTea right now. Zealot's still in the front, making quick work of those Zerglings. Roach is in the back here. I do not believe he has Burrow, so Burrow will not be used for micro. And now the Zerglings go down, nothing to buffer the Roaches. And warping in still more. 7 more Stalkers. Naniwa just going to overwhelm NesTea, and the God of Zerg will lose this game. He has 100 supply left, but I wonder how many of that is 70 workers that was. It does go down. GG's out. Congratulations, Naniwa, taking game 2 off of NesTea. And we are now 1-1 in this best of 3 series between Naniwa and NesTea. I will hopefully be coming to you with game 3 as soon as I possibly can. And as always, leave a like rating if you liked it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you back for game 3.